Hey everyone, welcome to Northern Life here with Ryan and Hunter. I'm Briggs LaSavage. Thank you so much for being here with us today. And it's Friday. We all made it through the week. Congrats to you at home.
Yeah, we tried and we did.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Best day of the week. We got a lot of football coming up, a lot of fun stuff happening this weekend, so it's going to be nice again to take some time off and relax a little bit.
Mm-hmm. I think during the tough week too, I think doing this show is probably the thing we look forward to the most.
Yes.
So.
Nice light part of the week.
Yeah. We're happy to have you here. And we're happy to be doing this. So here's what we're looking at today. We're going to be debating more of our top 5 lists for each of us on this Friday. This one specifically will involve the Northland. So you're going to want to wait and see whose list is going to come out on top.
Yeah, a lot of fun topics there. Plus, we're also going to be chatting with Katie Anderson, who works over at the Bayfield Chamber of Commerce. We'll be talking all things Apple Fest, as that's coming up just around the corner. We're going to hear just how excited the city is, as we are only a couple weeks away now. Can't wait.
Time is flying. I can't believe how fast that's coming up, and it's going to be winter before we know it.
Oh, Hunter, stop.
Don't say the W word. I apologize.
W word.
As long as it's not the S word, the snowy word.
Sure.
Well, here's the thing. We had the snowiest winter last year. Hopefully this year is less than that. Yeah, it has to be, right? Like scientifically wise, there's no way you can
I think now that you spoke it into existence, we might be looking at more snow than
you might
last
have
year.
just jinxed everything.
Not going to flex
I think our summer's been good so far. I'd say our summer's been long enough.
I think so.
You know, I'm happy for fall.
Yep.
I'm happy for some warm apple cider and some chili.
Yeah, there we go.
Maybe some football.
Maybe some football. I know you two are very excited about football.
We sure are.
I'm not very excited about football. All because, Seth, if we could please pull up these standings. So here's where we stand after week 2. You can tell RYAN stands for Ryan at the bottom. 0-4.
I'd like to point out that you're still losing to a dog, which is my favorite part of this whole thing.
As am I.
Oh, that's true.
You're tied.
2-2,
But I think, I told Hunter the other day, I said, I think I have infinitely more losses, or Harry has infinitely more wins than I do, which is tough to talk about.
I know, right? Who did we all pick this week? I think we all had the same picks, actually.
I think we did.
For the Vikings and the Packers games.
Yep,
Okay,
yep.
look at that.
We've been so close to winning here these past couple of games. It's been within one score. Last year we won all the one-score games, and I feel like this week I think the Vikings are going to finally pull one out.
We're on the road.
Yes.
I don't know.
We'll see how it pans out. I don't know.
gosh.
Hasn't been too fantastic of a showing,
It is
but
not.
hey, Green Bay, we all picked them. I believe it's Green Bay's first home game.
Oh, is it?
I believe so.
This coming weekend, yeah. Here's what Harry picked, though. He's got the Vikings, too.
Here's what's important to us.
He has some faith in the team. And then we tried switching it up a little bit for a different vantage point, because he was always going to the left. He did go to the right for the Packers, but as you'll see here, he also might have a little bit of faith in the Saints, because it wasn't too long before he just started nibbling on those treats.
Eats
too.
everything.
Yeah.
As every dog
He
should.
just wants every team to have fun.
Yes, exactly.
Of course
Well,
he does.
Saints have been kind of bad this year so far, the past couple of weeks, especially the last game. So we'll just
Yeah,
kind of
that Monday Night Football game.
Oof, that was something.
I think we can probably all rule the Vikings and Packers look better than the Bears.
That's also true.
Yeah, that's also true.
Always a good thing.
As Harry sits in that coveted second place spot, he did have a message to send to me the other day.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
News to me.
if we could pull that up, Seth. He sent this to me personally.
Better luck next year, Ryan.
Look how happy he is.
He's a super happy guy. He's already talking smack. I mean, have you heard anything around the house, Briggs, about Harry talking smack to me about football picks?
He's just been minding his own business. He's been watching the games very closely, though, I will say. Each week when I have football on, he's very glued to the TV.
He is?
Is he really?
He likes watching it.
Does he ever bark at the TV or anything like that? Is he a big barker?
He is a big barker, yeah. Great Pyrenees, I'll tell you what. They bark quite a bit.
They do?
Really?
They do, yeah. He will just kind of start barking out of nowhere. He'll be laying on the bed all of a sudden, and then I'm sure my neighbors love to hear it.
I'm sure
Sorry,
they do.
yeah,
Yep.
but then he'll go bark at the back window, and maybe there's a squirrel back there. Maybe there's nothing back there. It
He's also
really
good-
just depends on what Harry is feeling.
But we do know he's a good trash talker.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
very true. And the
yeah.
best part about this week is, since we all picked the same thing, it's not like we're going to change positions here anytime soon,
That's
right?
right.
Like, we're all going to
That's
stay
good
the
for
same for
Ryan.
this week. Yeah, exactly. Ryan may get a couple wins. We'll see here, but I got faith in you, buddy. You're going to do it.
But here's what. Since you said that too, you will remain at the top, Hunter. You will
Okay.
remain either 5-1 or 3-3
That's
or
true.
whatever
Yep,
the other
yep.
scores. But we wanted to. I found this picture on Hunter's old Facebook, I believe,
Oh my God.
and so I thought I'd crown the champion and as he rests. as he rests towards the top here at the end of week
Put a
2
crown
so
on my head.
far.
Oh, that's
How
cool.
old were you there?
That's from back in my UTVS days in college. So I think that was like my first show. I was a freshman, so I had to have been 18 years old, and one of my first times on air there, and whoa, and I didn't realize I had a crown on my head.
You do now. UTVS, that's St. Cloud's
Yes.
media team.
Yeah.
So you were forecasting before you even got here to Northern News Now.
Exactly.
How cool is that?
Oh, it was the coolest thing. They've got a really cool setup over there with their whole TV station, their whole newsroom. It really gives you a great feel of what this whole business is like. So I was very thankful to go there, that's for sure.
Yeah, and then you got to intern here at our station too,
Yep.
right?
Yep. Both me and Ryan actually.
Yep.
Both interned
Yep.
out
I was
here.
also an intern.
Yeah, you're right. You
But I
interned
know
there as well.
we've had a lot of those St. Cloud grads come through the station.
Yeah, honestly, I think I'm the only one left right now because now it's all like UMD and St. Thomas, a lot of St. Thomas.
Many UMD grads.
Yeah.
They have a
Yes.
strong journalism program too,
Yep.
and we're happy to have lots of students from. So.
Yeah,
That's true.
And intern Kevin, the meteorologist, intern Kevin from the summer.
That's true.
He's from St. Cloud,
It
or
was
he's
nice-
going back to St. Cloud.
Nice to have a little.
I forgot to tell.
Contingency up
Yeah,
there.
I know.
yes,
I've never
little
told
husky
you
blood.
before we go to break. Carol Half out of St. Cloud State.
Are you
Really?
serious?
She played collegiate basketball, I believe, for a year.
I didn't know that.
I know.
Whoa.
Got some husky in me. You know.
Oh, okay.
But do you
all right.
have any hoops in you?
Oh.
Maybe that's for a future blindfold thing.
Oh, there we go.
perhaps.
Yeah.
smart.
Well, maybe back in my elementary school days, as I got older, I decided to do some more singing than playing basketball.
Oh, that's not bad.
Oh, a whole lot more fun coming up today. It's time for our top 5. We're going to be breaking down our favorite parts of living here in the Northland. Thanks so much for being with us here on Northern Light. Hey everyone, welcome back. I don't know if you guys had the chance to see earlier this week, but we had a spectacular showing of the Northern Lights.
Oh my gosh, it was beautiful. It's all part of what makes the Northland so great. And I think in honor of that, in honor of everything great about the Northland, we've got a little top 5 segment coming up. We thought, why not debate who has the best list when it comes to the greatest parts about life here in our favorite part of the region, in the Northland. So that's our question for this Friday. What are your favorite things about life up here in the woods, in our region? And Ryan, let's have you go first here.
I know it's going to be hard for me. I'm already fighting a losing battle as someone who didn't grow up here in the Northland. I
That's
know
true.
I'm fighting 2 people who have been here. They're all of their lives.
You're accustomed now, though. You're
I'm
with us
accustomed now.
Yes.
Yeah, I've been
Yep.
here almost probably close to a decade now.
Wow,
that's
so
crazy.
yeah, let's Seth, let's pull up that great list of mine. I think with the number 1 overall pick, I had to go with Lake Superior.
That's
I think
fair.
that's just an absolute given.
Yep.
One of my favorite memories in a recent, I picked UMD. Was for our director Seth is coming at me
Roasting
for my
your
punctuation.
punctuation
It's
there.
all good, Seth. When I came to UMD, one of the first things that really strikes you is when you come over that hill on 35 and you
Yeah.
see the water in the bridge for the first time.
Yeah, so pretty.
You can't beat that. I think there was
No.
something about that locking into my memory that really made me want to go to UMD and stay here. And so Lake Superior, obviously a huge part. The people up here are awesome. I mean, you got Briggs and Hunter, even though I'm going against them today. I suppose they're good enough. They're good. They're good
right.
people. They're nice people. Here's another thing too. I don't think Hunter's necessarily because he went to St. Cloud, but Briggs went to St. Thomas in
Yes.
St. Paul. There's very little traffic up here compared to what you can experience down in the Twin Cities.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how much I appreciate the fact that there's no traffic. I would get so frustrated.
You know,
down
like
there dealing with
Bentleyville,
that.
Bentleyville traffic's a little different than the Twin Cities traffic.
At
And
least
then
something fun's at the end of that.
Yeah,
traffic, right?
yeah. And then my other stuff on the list too, I think nature was there. The water, even though Hunter doesn't drink the Lake Superior water, Briggs missed that conversation earlier
that sounds
this
like something
week.
I need to learn a little bit about.
Yep, exactly.
So
It's
that's
a
my
little bit
list.
deeper.
I would also say there's nothing better than driving up the North Shore or the South Shore in your car. That should have been on my list. Put it number 6.
Yeah, there we go. You can add an addendum right there. A little number
Sure
6.
can.
Sure.
I have quite a bit of overlap
Yeah, I know.
actually on
Yeah.
my list to yours, Ryan. I also started with, I think, being close to Lake Superior or just any body of water in general. It's just something that you can't get necessarily like living in any other part of the country. So you can drive like 10 minutes and be at a lake.
Seriously.
Or just, walk out our door here at the station and be at the
Yep.
biggest of lakes.
Yep.
Kind people, Ryan and I feeling the same there. Love the people here in the North End. We always meet such fantastic folks when we're out on stories or just, in our neighborhoods. And I love the fact that we have 4 seasons, especially the summer weather. I don't necessarily love the winter weather, the cold temps, but, you get through it and you get to enjoy the best, 3 to maybe 1 month.
Depending on the year.
Depending on the year, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I know. The summers here just cannot be beat. So many opportunities to explore and get outdoors, whether that's hiking or again by the water. Love it.
Yep.
And that no traffic.
It's hard to say the no traffic because we didn't really grow up with traffic, It's like Ryan had to experience the gridlock down in the cities with I-35 and everything like that. It was always so easy for us, just going anywhere we wanted to go and having no traffic ever.
We were
take it for
none the
granted.
wiser.
Yeah, we had no idea.
But now you're both here. You're staying here.
Exactly.
And
That's
the traffic's a big reason because of it.
Yes, exactly.
Should have been number 1.
Yep. So I think I've got a couple that overlap as well.
Okay.
In
Yeah,
my
get that list
here.
up there,
Let's take
Hunter.
a look here. So number 1 for me, I love, which maybe family should have been number 1, but that's number 2. Come on. The woods is my favorite thing. I love that you can drive 10 minutes any direction in any city in the Northland, and you're in the woods. You're out in the middle of nowhere. I love that it's not too overly populated, but there's enough stuff up here that you can live up here. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Family, my whole family is up here for the most part. I've got a few family members down in the cities, but for the most part, they're all up here. There's only probably 20 minutes to an hour between all of me and my family. Having all 4 seasons, like Briggs said, I love every season to a point. Like the last couple months of winter get a little bit old, but every other season is fantastic. All the geographical features, Lake Superior and the Sawtooth Mountains, all are different woods and rocks and things like that. And of course, outdoor activities like fishing and hunting and just being outdoors and enjoying the cold or the warm or whatever it is outdoors. There's just, there's a ton for the Northland to offer, and I love it. I'm here for it for at least as long as I can be.
Do you ice fish?
I do. I ice fish. I
Okay.
fish in the summer too as well, and not a bad idea maybe for, like Adam Lorch or somebody to take all of us out ice fishing
That'd
someday.
be fun.
Wouldn't
That'd
that
be
be
a
cool?
blast.
Have you ever gone?
I have been once, but it was a brief 20-minute venture, and I was in and out. It was one of the coldest days we had experienced in a long time, and I was just like, I don't know if I can handle this. I don't know if I'm cut out for this.
Not too much fun.
Yeah.
But I think with the tour guides such as Adam Lorch, this is his formal invitation to take us out.
Yes.
Please, Adam.
And he's got the
Please
heat
do.
too. He's got a good heat
Yeah,
setup.
he's
as
got
ice
all the
house.
gear,
Yeah,
I
he's
bet.
got all the accoutrements, so that's perfect.
Sure. So what do you think? Summer fishing versus ice fishing?
That is tough. I think longevity-wise, summer fishing is better, because it's not as cold outside, like you said, and
Yeah.
it's so much fun to be outdoors.
It sure is.
Yeah.
And we'd love for all you guys to join in on this debate too. You can share your top 5 list. We posted that question on our Northern Life Facebook page, so be sure to check it out.
Yeah, and coming up, Briggs gets to share a chat with Katie Anderson from Bayfield. We're looking ahead to all things Apple Fest. Hey everybody, we've been chatting all about Apple Fest this past week, and we certainly can't wait to see all of those people who come out next month to celebrate.
Yeah, all the food, the camaraderie, and everything else. And our buddy Briggs stopped by this week learning what you can expect to experience during all the fall fun.
I'm here in Bayfield where they're getting ready for the 61st annual Apple Festival. It takes a lot of people, a whole lot of work to make it happen, and one of them is Katie Anderson with the Bayfield Chamber. Thanks for joining us, Katie.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah, it won't be long before there's tens of thousands of people here in Bayfield for Apple Fest. What are you guys doing right now to get ready for all those folks?
Right, well right now we're really just finalizing all the vendors. We're full, and because we've had so many vendors and so much interest, we actually had to extend a part of the festival. We're gonna have a whole new area for vendors. But yeah, we expect anywhere from 50 to 60,000 people throughout the 3-day weekend.
What sorts of new things, beyond what you just mentioned, can people expect when they come to Apple Fest this year?
Sure, every year we've had the farmers market here. They take over First Street on Friday, October 6th, and this year we're extending that into Saturday. So they'll also be there Saturday, which is a really great addition to Apple Festival and to support our local growers around the area. More like vegetables, produce, and honeys, jams, jellies, all locally sourced here.
Of course, Apple Fest, all about the apples. What kind of apple products can people find here at Apple Fest this year?
There's so many Apple products. People can get really creative with them, and that's what we love about Apple Festival. Of course, there's the Wapple cone. So it's like apple crisp inside of a waffle cone. You can get that in a bunch of different varieties. They're going to be back this year. It's a favorite. Also, just your normal caramel apples, apple crisp, apple brats, of course. And then one of my favorite things that have come to learn through doing Apple Festival is apple fry bread. So that we're going to have this fry bread guy back this year, and it is amazing.
So what sort of tips do you have for people as they're planning their trip to Apple Fest this October?
Yeah, right now there's still some lodging open. So call us at the chamber. We have kind of a running list of people who still have openings for Apple Festival. So if you're one of those last minute planners, make sure to grab those up because they go fast. We still have some lodging open. But also we do ask people to leave their pets at home. I know people love their pets, but there's thousands of people here, so just, leave Fido at home. He'll be okay.
So what do you think is so special about the tradition of Apple Fest to the Bayfield community?
I mean, this is a huge economic impact, not only for Bayfield, but for the surrounding area. People stay even as far as Duluth. Really, it's about our growers and the orchards who have been here and started this Apple Festival 61 years ago to try to advertise that, hey, there's apples here and farms here that are growing locally sourced apples and even berries.
Man, a trip to Bayfield, always a fun time, but especially around Apple Fest time. Again, that's coming up Friday, October 6th it starts. It's going on that Saturday and Sunday too. Whole lot of fun events for people to take part in.
It's so cool because at the surface, obviously the food and everybody there is just the coolest thing, but there's so many deeper layers to this festival that it's fun to explore, and there's not enough time in the day to understand everything about this festival, what goes into this festival, and what this festival means for that community in the Northland as well. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, so many longtime orchards there. We got to meet one of the owners of the Rabidou Orchard, and they're going to be the Grand Marshals of the parade
that's so
this year.
cool!
Yeah.
Wonderful.
More coming up after the break. Coming up next week, one of my favorite shoots yet. Ryan and I got to meet some new friends at Animal Allies in Duluth, and we learned what it takes to be a volunteer at their shelter. A whole lot of fun.
Gosh, we met so many cute animals, dogs, cats. Oh, it was just such a blast. And speaking of a blast, you're not going to want to miss this one on Tuesday. Hunter is getting blindfolded again.
Oh, boy.
I think, yeah. I know, it's such a stressful experience for those being blindfolded. But I think we're going to keep this one a secret until Tuesday.
Okay, I like that idea.
You're going to want to stick around. We're going to blindfold you as you wait to see what it is.
I can't stress enough. Now, hopefully they get to feel kind of what it feels like to be blindfolded, but it's the hardest part is getting in the car. I don't know. That's the worst part of this whole thing.
As you'll learn on Briggs's future blindfold shoot, probably for the following week, it is difficult to get into a car or maybe something else.
Interesting.
One question I've got from a lot of viewers about the blindfold is, how do you know what to wear to these shoots? We do the courtesy of giving someone, the others, a little heads up, like maybe athletic clothes this time.
A lot of closed-toed shoes.
Yes, exactly.
Important to get that down.
All very good notes, that's for sure.
Oh, well, it's been a very fun week with you all. Thank you so much for being here with us, and we hope you have a great weekend.
Find some time to throw a line, or just head outside to unwind. That's the life in the great North Woods. Hike or bike, whatever you like. Get out in the day, enjoy the night. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, this is Northern Life.